Hey everyone, welcome back to the Roman Show. And from DC, we have Wings Denied. Lucas, the vocalist of the band, is joining us. They're releasing their album, Just the Basics. It's quite amazing because it's a metal band, a rock band, but very open. Because in this album, you are going to have 9 genres in these tracks. So, Lucas, thanks so much for joining us on the program. I got a little sample of it with the latest Taveled. It's available right now on your favorite streaming service. But when I heard this, and I heard some of your previous stuff back in 2014, you released your an album. Ever since, you've released some work along the lines as well. But when you talk about 9 genres in one album, when we are used to the heavy riffs, the screaming, tell us how you got to 9 genres in one album.
All right. So, I mean, there's definitely, several very distinctive genres on this album in terms of, we play around. The tracks you can hear on this album are totally out of, our usual comfort zone, out of what we usually have done in the past. It all definitely, most of it at least, still falls under the umbrella of, the widest umbrella of rock. But, as before, we were kind of, we were kind of fenced off in the prog area. We've really expanded the sound. We've added all sorts of different instruments. We've got violins. We've got even glockenspiel on there. We've got a bunch of synths, choir, a lot of more organic sounds have come up on this record. We're playing around with funk. We're playing around with blues. There's some soul being sneaked in. Things get heavy, but things also get very emotional and ballady. So it's really a roller coaster of emotions, and with that, genres as well. Obviously, when we say genres, I'm not saying that, on one track there's a trap song, and then on the other there's,
mumble rap.
There are, there are parts which can almost be, rappy at moments, especially with the beat that's going on behind it and the way, some of the vocal delivery. It even crosses that territory, but it's still well under the rock umbrella, but it's so diverse and wide in terms of sounds and the instruments we have been using that, even surprised us when we went into the studio and started working on it. Some songs are already done. Some songs we came in with just bare bones and worked with Joel. Joel Hamilton is the producer we work with in New York. He's a great guy. Has a ton of amazing stuff he has done in the past that I really personally appreciate, like Bonobo, for example. If you're fans of electronic music, Bonobo is an amazing reference for me. And it was an honor to work with somebody and to pick his brain and have him at the end have his creative ideas and input on this album, and the way he formed some of these things and the way they came out of the album. We're pretty proud of it.
So when you look back at that 2014 album that you guys put out to today, obviously with the Open Minded, right? Mirrors for a Prince is the album I speak about, to what you're releasing now. How have you guys grown as a band, both musically and on a professional level, or as a personal level? And how does lyrics, right? How do the sounds and beat all come into play into this new album that of Just the Basics?
Oh yeah, we've grown as people. When we started, we were just a bunch of kids, really. We've all met up at a university. I'm actually from Croatia, and I was studying in the States at the time. It was like a stroke of luck, really, because there was 4 kids that listened to similar type of music and wanted to play the similar type of music. Even 2 of them ended up being roommates, Zach and then member Paul, and me and Alec, who are still in the band. So the 3 members that are out of 4, we've all met in university. That was 2010. And we started, creating music. We were just a bunch of kids. We were 18, 19, Time is flying now. 10 years later, obviously we've grown as people, and we've had a lot of hardships on the way, along the way. We're pretty unlucky in some sense as a band. We've had a lot of weird stuff happen to us. Some bad luck, for example, obviously, the COVID era hit every band pretty hard, and that's one of the reasons why this album is coming out so late. We've recorded this album in 2018, so it has been 5 years since we've recorded it, 6 actually. And just as we were about to release it in 2020, go on tour, we were supposed to play South by Southwest. There was a beautiful American tour planned out, and then a European tour to support. I was supposed to get on the plane. I remember it as if it were yesterday. That day, I was supposed to fly to the U.S. from Croatia, and then, then President Trump. I remember just like watching TV, just as I was about to leave for the airport, and they were like, all flights to U.S. canceled. And after that, everything kind of. It was a struggle, and it was a hard time ahead of us to try and get everything together, postponing all the tours. As we were all kind of dislocated, we all don't live in the same city anymore. It was really a challenge, but like I said, it made us grow as people, and it made us grow as artists. We've all find our avenues, how to to fulfill ourselves as human beings. Everybody's doing something different, and that all comes together into play when we sit in a room and create. And I'm really looking forward to people to hear this and to hear the new stuff that we've been planning out, because we've been working really hard on new stuff as well. We've got an incredible amount of songs waiting to be released. So when I look back at the time when we were kids and just starting in 2014, and then I look at today, we've really grown musically. It started off as a bunch of kids just jamming, and it turned into a bunch of friends who have really seen a lot, traveled the world together, been to we played UK tours, we played European tours, we've done like 15, 16 US tours. We pretty much played every state, I think, besides like Alaska and Hawaii. Right. So and along the road, we've seen a lot of things have happened. We've been there for each other, and all of that comes to life on this record, and on the new stuff we've been writing. And I'm really stoked for the people to hear it.
So when it comes to this second album, and obviously you're going to hit the tour, anything that we're looking into, some places you're going to hit, you're going to visit and perform in, which of these songs are you looking forward to performing live?
So, some of these songs have already been quote-unquote tested live, because we released them as singles. We went, we released 3 songs beforehand as singles. Plastic Tears was the first single, and actually that song found its way in the Fortnite game.
Wow.
It ended up in Fortnite on the rock radio, and that song really kind of hit it off with our audiences and got us some new audiences. And I remember playing it for the first time in 2021. We were playing UK tour. We were playing a festival in UK called goddamn, I can't remember right now what the name of the festival. It escapes me. But anyways, and we've played it in front of like a huge audience, and the way the song came together live, it was beautiful. So I think Plastic Tears is going to be a fan favorite. It already has proven to be a fan favorite, especially because of the catchy vocals and like there's like this call and response element in it that just seems to work with the audience, with the chorus. There's nothing I can do to save you. When that part gets screamed out, it seems to like turn on some kind of a switch within people. So that's a really fun one to play. We've also played Black Legend. That was the second single, and Pariah as well. That was the third single. And now we're introducing Saudade, which is the fourth single, with Just the Basics being the album that's going to contain all 4 plus 5 more tracks. So that's 9 tracks. And honestly, most of these tracks are going to get played live. We don't have any dates right now set up, but we're working on a tour soon. Just as we figure out the way we're going to do this and where we're going to play. But like I said, those 3 songs that have already been tested out in front of the live audiences have worked really well, and Plastic Tears, because of the Fortnite and the success it had, it kind of outside of the live venue. I think people really recognized it and took it, and has life of its own now when they play it live. It's something, it's beautiful. I think it's one of my favorite songs to play live at the moment.
That's so awesome, Fortnite. I know people talk about TikTok, but they forget about how much of an influence music has on video games, and to see that it's definitely...
It is. I mean, like, I think, you know, we've seen like incredible moments of, I think it was I'm trying to remember who it was. It wasn't Lil Jon, but it was somebody who had a big like a virtual concert in Fortnite with like millions of people joining in, and it was just awesome as a concept. And I think video games as a whole have been instrumental in getting some artists, you know, big. We've seen, like, for me, I love FIFA, for example. You know, I've played FIFA as a kid, and FIFA had some amazing soundtracks. I still remember FIFA 98, you know, Rockefeller's Gang stuff on there, or like 2002 soundtrack. It had like the Caesars Jerk It Out. I don't know what else was on there. It was like some really, really cool stuff. Family Slim, you know, some really, really great music on there.
Awesome, Lucas. Well, I don't want to take too much time off of your hands, man. I'm looking forward to Just the Basics, and everyone else. Make sure you follow Wings Denied right here from DC in the States. Follow them on your favorite streaming service and check out their music if you haven't done so before they reach out and visit one of your towns. Please, somehow, some way in there, Lucas, put Fort Lauderdale, South Florida. We'd love to have you here, and we could rock out to the music, man.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's Fort Lauderdale is Florida is an amazing place. We love playing it, and we're really looking forward to going there again.